all your new Tri-Track cam bows with the Versa mods, whether it's the 75%, the performance, or the standard Versa mod, you have a broad range of draw length adjustments. This is an Encore, so the number one position on an Encore is going to represent 30 inches. They're going to come from the factory in a number 5 position. If you've purchased your bow at a dealer, they're going to help you get set up. They'll make the draw length adjustment for you. But when you get home, if you want to tweak and test some different draw lengths or see what a 1/4 inch longer or a 1/4 inch shorter does, I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. You're going to need a T15 and a T20 Torx wrench to make these adjustments. You'll see on each cam you have a T20 here with a series of holes. That screw is going to have to come out. No matter what draw length adjustment you make, that screw has to come completely out. Pop it out here. The other screw runs in a track. There's a couple of extra holes. Depending on what draw length you're adjusting, you may have to move the screw from one hole to another to utilize the distance you can actually rotate the mod. So if you try to rotate one way using the hole that you take the screw out of, you might have to switch to the next hole to utilize that range of motion. One other screw, if you're utilizing a number 6 or longer, 1 through 6 position, there's a T15 set screw right here, and all that is just a little security, a little stabilizer screw for the longer draw lengths. It's in there in case you do it. So we're going to shorten this draw length, and if you are a shorter draw length in a number 6 position, just stick these in a plastic bag, save them, discard them for now, but you're not going to put them back in because that little hole is going to disappear behind the cam. There won't be a place to put that screw back in. Like I said, this bow is in a number 5 position, which is a 28. We're going to take it down to a number 7. We're going to change it to a 27. So, series of numbers on your mod, 1 through 15. You have a little sight window right here where you can visibly see the whole number. So we're going to go to number 7, 27 inches. We want to go to number 7, so I'm going to rotate that mod ever so slightly. There's number 6. There's number 7. I can see the whole number perfectly in my little sight window, and that's also going to line up with a new screw hole here. I'm going to insert the T20 back in. It looks like the second hole. I'm going to change track positions up here and go ahead, because my threads have just about disappeared because I'm getting to the shorter draw length, so I'm going to move my other T20 to the second hole that appears in this track. We'll install it back in. And as you can see in this track where my little T15 button head screw was, it's rotated around far enough. There's no place to put that screw. You don't need that T15 screw that you initially took out. Whatever adjustment you make on the top, make sure you do it on the bottom. When you're making these adjustments, putting your screws back in, you don't need to over tighten them. You want to make sure they're snug. If you're not comfortable making any of these adjustments, please visit your local dealer, ask for their help, make sure you don't run into any unwarranted problems. So we've got that set to number 7. We would do the identical thing on the bottom. Say we've got this at 27 inches now. We go out and we shoot, and realize, you know what, it's just a little bit short. I'd like to have it a 1/4 inch longer. Not a problem at all. Take your T20, go back in here and remove your first screw. Like I said, every adjustment you make, this has to come all the way out. So we're going to remove that screw completely. We're going to loosen the second screw that slides in the track. And as I said before, you can see the whole number 7 in that sight window. If you want to do 1/4 inch, we need to go longer, so we want to go toward number 6. You're going to want to rotate that mod right between number 6 and 7. You can't clearly see either number in there now. You're right between both of them. That's how you get your 1/4 inch adjustments. So now a new hole is going to line up down here, so instead of being in hole number 2, I'm actually jumping to hole number 4. So I'll reinstall my T20 into number 4. lock down my screw that's in the other track. Again, I haven't got back out to number 6 position totally, so you may not need to put your button head screw. If the threads reveal themselves in the track and you want to put the T15 back in, feel free. It's just a precautionary thing. But as you can see now in the window, I'm right between number 6 and number 7. This bow is now set at 27¼ inches instead of 27 even. So easy 1/4 inch adjustments just between the numbers. If you want it in 1/2 inch increments, you want to be perfectly on the number where you can clearly see the whole number in the sight window. But that's the 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch adjustments on the Tri-Track Cam system. Again, when you're making all these adjustments, whatever you do on one end, make sure you do a mirror image on the other end so you have everything in sync. Make sure you're using good quality tools so you don't strip out your screws. And if you didn't get your manual with your bow, you can find it online at elitearchery.com. If you don't know what the numbers mean, don't know what the references are, check out your manual to make sure you're putting your bow in the correct draw length and make sure you're moving it in the correct direction. So everything you can find, if you don't have your manual, at elitearchery.com.